Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we have some giant snow crab legs. I have corn and potato here. For today's drink, we'll just call this a blue cream. Girl, I don't know. I'm just make something up, okay? I usually try to have that together, but today I don't have it together, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and say grace. Amen. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Y'all, this is a drink that I did myself. I came up with this drink myself, just kind of winging it, fixing me and Ryan a cocktail yesterday, and it turned out really good, so I did it today. The cream on top is not as creamy as the one from yesterday, so I'm gonna perfect this recipe and then I'll share it with you girls and guys, okay? All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump right in. Oh, let me pull this back some so my head is not chopped off. There we go. Okay. All right, y'all. So look at this. Look how big this is. This thing is as big as my head. I haven't had this size in a very long time. So it's a local place here in Jacksonville. I have a new plug, but I don't know if I'm gonna share it with y'all that's from Jacksonville, because then I can't get mine. Y'all wipe them clean and I can't get mine. Oh, it's good. Everything is nicely seasoned. I wanted to make sure that I really enjoyed it. Not that I don't enjoy it all the time, but y'all remember the last time my dip was a little too spicy, but this time I did it myself, so it's perfect. And we do have a story time today. Before we get into that story time, y'all make sure that y'all check the description box below for links to different things that you guys are asking about. The warmer, I'll have the warmer link in the description box. Y'all always ask about my uva stocks. I'll have the link in the description box. The link to my vlog channel will also be in the description box. Okay. Okay. So girl, story time today is from Obsessions, Dark Desires. It's on Hulu. If you don't have Hulu, you might be able to catch it on demand on the Discovery Channel. I'm talking about the Discovery Channel, girl. Well, some of these foods be acting like animals, okay? But you might be able to find it on the Investigation Channel. So, oh, that's good. This is too good. So, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this foolishness? It's so good, I don't even stop. Alright, let me get into it, girl. So there was this girl, we'll call her Becky. So Becky just moved into this really cute neighborhood. It was just her and her dog. She loved the neighborhood so much, had a really nice house. She would go for morning runs and stop at the coffee shop and just do all the cute little things. She loved the neighborhood. So maybe about 2 months into living in the house, she got a little cold. So she decided that she was gonna go into her bathroom, let the steam fill up in the bathroom and kind of clear up her chest. So when she came out of the bathroom, because of course she took a shower and stuff like that, I think she was just like, she had changed into like some bra and panties or whatever. So, girl, these crab legs, everything. So when she came out of the bathroom, she was going into her room to close her blinds because she would sometimes let the curtains open. She wanted a little moonlight. She was trying to romanticize her life. So, you know, she wanted like the moonlight to shine in and the stars to shine in and glisten all over her little sweaty body or whatever. And she didn't feel, you know, unsafe with having her windows open because her house had a big privacy gate, so it was very private, and her room was in the backyard, so her room window was facing the gate. Girl, she goes to close the blinds, and here come this fool with a camcorder like he on Cheetahs. I started hollering. I said, he vlogging, okay? He vlogging the whole situation. So girl, he comes running to the window with this big behind camcorder on his shoulder, filming her. So of course she screams, she falls to the floor, close the blinds, whatever. She realized she couldn't call the cops because, she couldn't call the cops because her cell phone was in her car outside. So she slips on a t-shirt, like a little, what they call a wife beater. She slips one of those on, and I'm like thinking like, girl, don't go out there, because that's gonna complete the movie, because you look cute. Like that's what he want. That's gonna end the clip, and he'll be done. He can put the tape out there. So don't go out there with that on. She runs out there with that on. She gets in her car, and she calls the police. So when the police get there, you know, they tell her there's really not much that they can do because the guy's not here anymore. And we don't, you know, there's no lead that we can take. Like, there's nothing we can do. So, of course, she ain't getting no sleep. She go into work the next morning. Her and her boss was really close. And her boss could tell that it was something off with her. So she was just like, are you okay? So she was like, you know, I haven't told anybody this, because she didn't call her family or anything because she didn't want them to be worried. She just dealt with it on her own. Look at this, y'all. Ooh. So girl, she told her boss what happened. So her boss was like, well, why don't you just come live with me for a few weeks, days, whatever. So she was like, no, you know, I don't want to interrupt, you know, your family life or whatever. I'll just toughen it out, whatever. Because she said she didn't want the guy to feel like he had ran her off from her home. Like she was just some scared, helpless woman. Oh girl, why I was about to dip this crab in my drink. I still would have ate it too. So girl, she was having the same issue with him a few nights a week. Same issue. She look up, he breathing hard with the video camera in the window. Every time she would call the police, they'll tell her the same thing. There's nothing we can do. You know, if he comes back, call us, whatever. But they would ask her almost as if they didn't believe her. Like the questions that they were asking her, like, are you sure this isn't someone that you know? Or, you know, just crazy questions like that. And it would make her upset because she was just like, when they would be leaving out, she was just like, well, hopefully the next time I call y'all, I'm alive, you know, because I'm telling y'all that this guy is just ruining my life like I'm a prisoner in my own home. So of course you got the surveillance cameras, the motion lights. Girl, the motion lights will come on 2-3 times a week. He would be out there. So one day she said, okay, she's gonna plant some thorn bushes. I don't know the proper name for them. I know they're not called thorn bushes, but some type of bush that had like a bunch of thorns on them. She planted those outside her window. So her neighbor walked up and was just asking her, you know, if she was okay. And y'all know the detective and me, I'm like, that's him. That's the dude right there. But it wasn't him. So the neighbor was just asking her, is she okay? If she ever needs something, just let him know. He didn't really say, like, I've been seeing the police at your house. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. He didn't say that. He just was like, you know, just let me know if you need anything, whatever. So she said, well, you know what? There is something that I need. I've been having some issues with this guy filming me. If you ever see something, if you could just call the police, whatever, whatever. So the neighbor was like, well, yeah, I have. He was like, I have been seeing some dude on your porch when you're not at home, but I figured, you know, you knew him or whatever. So now she's like, okay, this fool, he don't care if he is seen. He come during the day. He don't care. So he was like, but here's my number, and if you ever need me, just call me. So they exchanged numbers or whatever. So a couple of weeks went by. We don't see this fool. She decides she gonna go out with one of her friends at a little club. Her friend introduced her to these 2 cop dudes. I'm like, you should have been introduced her to the plug. Like, why you waiting till now? Girl, we deep in now. We months in. So girl, introduced her to the plug. And the cops, they was like, okay, we can come up with a plan. They said one of us will be inside with you and one will be outside watching the house, and we'll catch him. The investigator and me like, y'all trying to do something. No. That wasn't it. They was really legit cops. So on the day that they were supposed to come, the guy called and said that his boss told him, the sergeant or whatever, told him that they're not allowed to do that because they haven't been assigned to the case, so they can't do it. So now she's terrified. So she said that she couldn't get no sleep. She was having nightmares, this, that, and the third. So she decides she's gonna write the police department, send them an email and let them know, you know, that she's scared for her life. She don't know who this dude is, and he is just torturing her, and she's afraid that they're gonna find her dead, right? The next day, the neighbor's sitting reading his newspaper, and he see the dude in broad daylight looking in her window. So the dude, he started calling Becky. But Becky has her phone on vibrate, so she don't hear the phone ring. By the time he go out there to check things out, the dude is walking to his truck. So the neighbor is going to stand his little type behind in the middle of the street. So the dude in the truck, we'll call him Snoopy. Snoopy, oh, he got the pedal to the metal. He like, oh, okay, you want this work because you standing in the middle of the road. Okay, I can get 20 points for you. You better move out the way. So, child, he done put the pedal to the metal. He coming full speed ahead, about to hit the neighbor. So the neighbor had to jump out the way. So, of course, he whips out his cell phone. God damn it, he almost killed me. He called 911. He almost killed me. God damn it, he almost killed me. Honey, I was in there hollering on that part, okay? Because, baby, why did you stand in the street? You was asking for trouble, okay? So he called the police. He telling them the son of a bee almost hit him. and tried to kill him. He was being real dramatic. So he tried to remember the tag number, but he couldn't remember it. So they told him just come down and file a police report. So he did whatever he had to do. All right. So a few days go by. Like I said, this was like a constant thing. Like he was there at least 2-3 times a week. A few days go by. She come home. She sees a Suburban outside of her house, and it's the cops. So they read the email that she sent, and they sent someone out to sit in front of her house. So they would be there every day from like 3 to 7 or something like that, 7 to 3 in the morning, or some crazy hours like that. So she felt really safe. No signs of the guy. Everything was all good. Now she was happy that the guys were out there because, you know, she didn't see the dude, but she was also frustrated because she like, okay, he not coming around, so how are they gonna catch him? So child, she pulled out a big gun. She would have that window wide open and guns a blazing, okay? And when I mean guns a blazing, I ain't talking about the peacemaker, okay? She had the girls out, okay? And it was a little chilly in the house, so you already know the headlights were on. But he would never show up. So this one particular day, the police were not outside her house. She was working in the backyard, but she didn't really, you know, months had went by. So she felt like they had to scare them off. So she haven't seen them in a while. So she had in the backyard doing her yard work. She walks up front. This fool is looking in her window. She come from around her house up front, and he looking in the front window. So she was like, hey. So then he turned around and looked at her, and he say, not today, and just started walking out. So she was like, She said, what are you doing? Why are you always looking at in my windows? You need to leave me alone. So he was like, F off, lady. So she was like, no, it's not no F off. You've been trying to stalk me. You've been making my life hell. Like, what do you want? So she just kept following him down the street because he parked his truck around the corner. So she following him. Now she should have jumped on his back and tried to scratch out his eyeballs, because that's what I thought she was going to do. Because she mentioned that she said when she was in the house, this is like on a separate scene, she mentioned that she would think about all the scary movies that she's ever watched, right? So I'm thinking that, you know, she gonna put some things in action. So she done followed this man to his truck and telling him, don't crank up the truck, I'm calling the police. So she on the phone with the police. So of course he put the truck in drive, and he's starting to drive off. She jumps in the back of the truck, right? I'm thinking to myself, well, didn't you just tell me that you watched you thought about every scary movie that you ever watched? This is the dumbest thing that you could have did, girl. You just gave yourself to him. He didn't have to kidnap you or nothing. You threw yourself at him, literally. Girl, she done jumped in the back of the damn van. She just... she rolling around in the back of the van like two loose watermelons. And I'm like, what is this lady thinking? But she on the phone with the police, so she like, yeah. She telling them the street she going down. We're going down Martin Luther King Drive. Y'all, we going down Martin Luther King Drive. Hey, we going down Martin Luther King Drive. We going down this. We going down that. She bapping on the window. Stop that truck. Stop that truck, you son of a bitch. Right. Girl, at this point, I am screaming. So, girl, he stopped the damn truck. He goes to the back of the truck. He's snatching the phone. They fighting for the phone. She like, get off of me, get off of me. But of course, he a big dude, so she can't really handle him like that. I don't know. She might have had a garden boots on. She ain't have no high heel shoes or nothing like that. She couldn't really get to him like she wanted to. So, girl, he snatches the phone out of her hand, throw it on the ground, and then he started to get at her. So they struggling, whatever he trying to do to her. I don't really know, because they wasn't that clear. I couldn't really get a clear picture of what he was trying to do to her. And while he trying to do that, the police located him, came up and just basically did like a little clothesline move on him, and he fell to the ground. Right, so the cop came to the truck and was like, Becky, it's me, Captain Saber. So they put the blanket around him. Girl, it was not cold outside, so you know they had to be real dramatic. They put the blanket around her and started walking her away from the truck. So she had to walk past Snoopy. So when she walked past Snoopy, he had one more thing to say to her.
Bitch. Lying slut.
I can't make this stuff up. I know sometimes y'all be thinking like, Sharika, that does not happen. Like, I do add my little ad libs in there. But I know if I didn't show y'all the proof, y'all wouldn't believe that part, because y'all know I'm silly like that. It came out of his mouth. Child, so when they did arrest him and they checked his apartment, they did find like a bunch of pictures of her, videos that he did. He was putting together a whole documentary on how he got the love of his life in his one room. So they did arrest him, but he only did 4 years. But he was obsessed with that lady. For real. It's so good. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow my vlog channel at I am Sharika B, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.